Hello everybody, my name is Troy and I got another Lego Transformer. This guy's quite interesting and I really don't have a name for him. So, here he is. Um, very, hang on. Very complicated, as you can see. How much dust there is on my table over here. And you got some scrap parts over there. Anyway, just realized how dusty my table was. And yes, I did move my my table setup a bit. I will be getting a TV eventually, so yeah, that's going to be fun. Yeah, so anyway, here's this guy. I don't really have a name for him, and I really don't know what his alt mode is. So yeah, but whatever he is, he's got a robot mode, he's got an alt mode, whatever that is. I think I can call him a boat and still be safe about it. You can also flip out these and become something kind of. He's got a trunk. Excuse that. My apologies. Somebody was trying to call me. Anyway, he's got a trunk space, which is rather odd and kind of gappy, but you can fit something in here, I would assume. I think if you just take this, say it's a flashlight, if it doesn't fall through, you can haul that, but almost guaranteed it could fall out. So, anyway, we got that. And I think just because of the bar and the way it's shaped, it should be able to hold fine. So yeah, I took a lot of apart a lot of transformers to build this guy, but I still have a bunch of parts I can make another transformer out of. But for now, yeah, I'll probably just do name me type of guy. I've done those before, but anyway, here he is. Yeah, I'd say maybe a boat mode or something like that. Anyway, there's Iron Man minifigure, and here he is with Jetstream in his robot mode because I don't feel like taking him apart. But anyway, let's freaking get him. There we go. So this guy doesn't come with any weapons. Nothing really special about him parts-wise except for, see, yeah, one of the, Mixel toe ball joints. You'll see it in, can you see it? Behind this arm, you can kind of see it, but my camera is so crappy. And speaking of which, you'll be able to see it in a second when we get to transformation, which is now. So the transformation on this guy is very, very complicated and, in my opinion, one of the hardest transformations that I've ever designed. So, first thing you want to do is simply open these fins up like that. Take the trunk, open it, and lift this piece up. And you can now take all of this, bring it out, and that right there is the piece I was talking about. You can see where his head goes, just right back there. Anyway, and due to the parts being rather old, falls apart kind of easy, but you know, I'm dealing with what I can. So anyway, you want to take these black panels, slide them up like that. Same thing on the other side, just slide them up like that. And now you want to rotate all of this down and then bring it down like that. Then bring it like that. And there you have a leg. Rather simple leg, but you know, I think it'll do just fine. So you just want to bring all of this down like that on stud friction and hinge friction. So there you go. And this is where it kind of gets complicated. You want to take all of this, rotate it up, and you want to rotate it out of your way so you can now move all of this out of the way. And sometimes I find it easier to take it apart and then assemble it that way, but I'm going to try not to do that just because I'm on recording. And then you have to bring it back some to have enough clearance to rotate this piece. Just get them out of the way for now. And let's see. Get it out of the way. Then you want to rotate it in the same fashion like that. And that should be able to get out of the way. Get out of your way. To bring this, you want to bring this down. Well, you don't have to at this stage. You want to rotate the arms up like that. Push these panels in because they don't form flat just because of how the vehicle mode forms. And then just leave that down for now. And this is where I'm trying to figure out what's going on. So you want to rotate this around like this. And trying to figure out where I am right now. Like I said, this transformation is very, very complicated. Oh, okay, here I am. I know where I am now. So these should be facing up like that. These little hinges right there, holding that piece on. You want to rotate all this around like that. Do the same thing with the other one, which I did start to do. And then you can bring, I think you can bring all of this up. I don't know. Fold these all the way out. And there's a lot of moving with this guy and getting parts out of the way. But it's not like the final stage of where they're going to actually be. Okay. I think you want to get these out of the way for now. And then these will rotate up. And then, oh boy. And this guy's very fragile as well. As you can see, we're already at about 10 minutes, so yeah, this guy's very, very complicated. I think you rotate these up. I'm pretty sure, but, you know, there's always a chance that I'm wrong. And when I'm wrong, I'm usually wrong. So, anyway, and that comes off too. A lot of pieces come off this guy, and that's really unfortunate. It just makes the transformation way harder. Anyway, I'm assuming you saw what I did there. You want to rotate this cheese slope up like that. This is not going to be a good video. Anyway. And that just falls off just because it's a tile piece. Is it? Yeah, it's a tile. Now you want to flip all of this down, and then this will go like that. I think. Like I said, this is just a big I think. There you go. Then you want to flip this panel up like that. Yeah, okay, we're getting there. And because of these pieces, this piece doesn't fold up all the way. You can take these pieces off and rotate them up like that. Just a simple parts forming gimmick, or you can just leave them off altogether. Whichever works for you. And just lost that piece. Oh, man. Yeah, this video is some video. Let me tell you. Anyway, so you could do it like that. Make it look a little bit more like a backpack. And it will help this piece go up to where it should. And the black pieces fall off a lot. When I mean a lot because, yeah, just because of the nature of them. Alright. And we're done. I'm just kidding. We're almost there. You want to raise these pieces up, and no, you want to leave these down. You want to bring the head up, and then you can bring all of this down like that. Situate the arms so they're not just randomly sticking up like that. And there you have him in his robot mode. And you know, it could be better, but it could also be worse. I've had a lot more bad Transformers than I've had good ones. And quite a few of them are on YouTube, actually, but you know, this one's not bad at all. And he is kind of fragile, unfortunately, but yeah, you can't really do it like that. The panels just kind of have to flap out like that, but you know, his head's kind of awkward, I believe, just because of how it was made. My original plan was to just take my visor pieces and just put one on there like that, and he would look a lot better like that. However, it would look totally ridiculous in alt mode, and I would just have to call him another what's it called? MAU, and you know, I just didn't think it would look good. And really, to be honest, I think his vehicle mode doesn't explain his robot mode. I think you would expect him to fold out to be a big transformed, kind of like this guy. And just for a size comparison, here he is next to a Jetstream. And just because he's kind of a hunchback kind of guy, he's quite a bit shorter, just because of where his head is. And even if I just took off all this mess, put the visor on, he would still be quite a bit shorter than Jetstream. Here he is with a minifigure. And yeah, if you guys didn't know, this is blue for a reason. It's the windshield. This is not the windshield. This is, and I kind of like how it's put up top, because you could easily make this guy like kind of like man controlled. This would form his chest, and you got this protection barrier over the cockpit, so you know that's something pretty cool. However, his head just falls down into his chest and really doesn't do much of anything, because you can fold it all up a little bit neater. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it for this guy. You know, you can't do much with him articulation wise. You can move all of this and rotate it, so that's something you can do, but that's not really attractive. You can kind of rotate it here and there, but it's really not useful. Arms, you can't really get much articulation from. Well, I mean you can, but not much. That's the forward and back motion without breaking it. Of course, he's got full bend of elbows, and he's got some wrist articulation, but that moves that, and I still can't. And you can see, just because of how many jumper plates this guy's made of, he's extremely fragile. So, you know, it's just a constant slap in the face every time something just falls apart. Anyway, legs can go back that far, forward about the same without the arms in the way. Of course, he's got this hinge. He's got a full knee range and nothing at the foot. His foot is part of his leg. So anyway, here is this guy, and there'll be you will have a chance to name this guy, and I will do something. I don't know. Just leave a comment down in the comment section, and I'll look over them, see which one's best. But for now, this is Troy. Move the light. I caught it. Anyway, this is Troy.